Okay, so we're coming in pretty hot. Plenty of awesome PS5 and Xbox Series X news in today's video. Starting with friends of Foxy Games UK, PlayStationUniverse.com's recent report, link in the description. Sony PlayStation 5 CEO and President Jim Ryan promises, and I quote, "The PS5 generation will have more exclusive software than ever before." So how do you like them apples? Which is encouraging news to say the least to every user eager for true next-gen PS5 content, and of course those hoping to secure a unit in the near future, soon as the stock issues are ironed out. So the report goes on to state, Sony's Jim Ryan has revealed the format holder is looking to ensure the PS5 generation will boast more exclusive software than ever before. Speaking with the Nikkei in an interview, the executive revealed that Sony had been steadily investing in high quality games for PlayStation and didn't rule out the possibility of investing in future studio acquisitions. Here's a quote from the PlayStation boss. "I know the Xbox boss Phil Spencer has been chucking it lately, really running up his mouth. I'm only joking, he didn't say any of that. We have been quietly but steadily investing in high quality games for PlayStation, and we will make sure the PlayStation 5 generation has more exclusive software than ever before. We have engaged in mergers and acquisitions several times in the past, such as with Insomniac Games. We will not rule out that option in the future. The conversation of exchanging ideas with Microsoft is ongoing. It's some extremely interesting stuff, and I hope to announce our cloud strategy when the time is right. While we could use the cloud for our technical infrastructure, the cloud game experience we offer will be unique to PlayStation. So it appears Sony have been quietly signing exclusive deals, and they've been building their cloud game experience for PlayStation and assure PlayStation gamers there will be far more content for PS5 than any PlayStation generation before it. And I honestly believe, actually I know, this summer will be one for the books. Plenty of unannounced games are heading to PlayStation 5, just as I stated in a very recent Foxy Games UK video. So Sony's PS5 released in November 2020 in the UK and the US, and has to date sold an estimated 6.5 million units. Sony has also revealed it is working on a next generation VR headset, and recently unveiled the new controller that will accompany the device. This was originally sourced via the Nikkei via WCCF Tech, courtesy of PSU.com. And to back up the big talk, following Jim Ryan's comments, GameIndustry.biz reported that PlayStation had signed a AAA multiplayer game from former Destiny, Call of Duty and other multiplayer shooter veterans, with the first game from Firewalk Studios, yes, a new studio, Firewalk Studios, revealed as a PS5 console exclusive. Now, the debut game from the AAA multiplayer developer Firewalk will be published by PlayStation. Firewalk is a new development team that is part of the Probably Monsters collective of studios and was set up by former Bungie veterans, including studio head Tony Hsiu, previously general manager and senior vice president of Destiny at Activision, game director Ryan Ellis, previously creative director at Bungie, and executive producer Elena Siegman, previously of Bungie, Irrational Games and Harmonix. So, quite a pool of talent there. Expect big things from Firewalk Studios. There's no details regarding the new multiplayer game so far revealed, but it is an original IP and will be a console exclusive on PlayStation. Here's a quote. "We are really about if we can build a great team, we can build a great game with a great partnership with Sony and with great teams like Probably Monsters continuing to support us. I think this will allow us to go further and faster." So former head of Guerrilla Games, now PlayStation Studios boss Herman Holt, said, "I see this as a strategic partnership that will allow us to continue evolving and exploring new territories for us. I believe that Firewalk's ambitious vision with its original multiplayer game is going to deliver something really fresh and exciting." So PlayStation has spent much of the last console generation focused on creating more single-player, narrative-driven titles like God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn and Uncharted, so the fact that it's signed and supporting a multiplayer game feels like a departure for the company, but more likely expanding the portfolio. I mean, you can't very well have lots of active PlayStation Plus users who specifically sign up to play online, and there's not many multiplayer games coming out of Sony. Makes sense, doesn't it? Here's a quote. I think that games that we make are distinctive and diverse as they can be. From Sackboy to Astro Bot to Dreams to these kind of games that you're referring to, like The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, and you bet that we'll carry on making those types of games because they are the heart and soul of what we do here at PlayStation Studios. But at the same time, we are just as committed to making these quality experiences as we do experimenting and coming up with fresh ideas. Firewalk Studios are storytellers, just like the people at PlayStation Studios. They are storytellers in a very innovative way, matched with their deep experience as a collective in AAA multiplayer games. I think this is going to lead to some very interesting and very nice surprises for our fans. I'm excited about this partnership because in a way, it is an extension of what it is and what we do in bringing these new IPs to life. So Holst went on to say he wants PS5 to have a diverse lineup of games spanning multiple genres. I am very interested in creating a diverse slate of titles. Actually, the shape or form that they come in are less interesting to me than the fact that they are differentiated, diverse and distinctive. We tend to work with teams that do have something in common, which is that ambition that the Firewalk team has, but also the fact that Firewalk is a very strong, autonomous, and I would say fiercely daring team. Culturally, that's a really good match, so I seek these factors before I go into narrowing it down to genres or gameplay modes. It is more about the experience being differentiated and unique. So there you have it, straight from the horse's mouth, and indeed, the next few months and in 2021 in general, really already looking incredibly exciting, even without big hitters with, fixed release dates, particularly when you look at the distinct and diverse titles coming to PS5. The likes of Judgment April 23rd, today, Returnal April 30th, Resident Evil Village May 7, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade June 10, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart June 11, Kena Bridge of Spirits August 24th, and those are just the PS5 titles currently on my radar. There are plenty in between and beyond. Didn't I tell you not to sleep on Housemarque's PS5 exclusive Returnal, releasing in just 7 days and it's seemingly already garnering critical acclaim from the media before the reviews are even out, and those who have really played it seem to really enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Sony has another hit in the making. Honestly, 7 days can't come soon enough. Kotaku has said Returnal feels like an actual PS5 game. SkillUp has said Returnal stinks of quality, with many others raving about how cool and awesome they think Returnal is. Now my impression of the game, well, think of it as Control with Hades and throwing a healthy dose of Metroid, all wrapped up in a bullet hell third-person shooter with some crazy boss fights. If you want to check out some gameplay before you make up your mind, I think PlayStation Access on YouTube has really hands down the best Returnal PS5 gameplay preview that I have seen. With host David Jackson and Nathan Dighton at the controls. It's only in 1080p, but there's so much awesome stuff there, I couldn't overlook it. And we'll make sure the PS5 generation has more exclusive software than ever before. So says PlayStation boss Jim Ryan, and it sounds like beautiful music to my ears. But it's not just PS5 getting all the good news. Microsoft has detailed its latest dev tool enhancements for Series X and S and PC, as discussed at GameStack Live. Optimized ray tracing, super sampling feedback, smart memory usage, velocity architecture, all working in tandem to free up resources and give developers the means to extract more from the hardware. It's all real techie stuff that really has been made much better sense of by YouTube channels that I watch and respect. Now I cannot wait to see how Series X really takes full advantage of these tools. Also, Xbox continues adding games to its Game Boost initiative. 12 EA published games now run up to 120 FPS or 60 on Series X. The Battlefields, the Star Wars Battlefield games, this is great news, especially since you can play them all on Game Pass. Now, as most of my viewers may know, I have a preference that leans more towards PlayStation games, and I make no apology for that. There's nothing wrong with having a preference. I have a preferred item of clothing, doesn't mean I won't wear the other clothes I own. I have preferred game and movie genres, doesn't mean I won't play or watch other stuff. You can actually own and enjoy all the gaming platforms without feeling the need to take a proverbial shit on any one of them. Be like the Swiss, neutral. and leave that BS psychological minefield of ridiculousness to the pond life forms of YouTube and Twitter. Though, what say you? Go ahead, sound off, share your thoughts and opinions on today's news, because that unfortunately brings us to the end of the video. But let's continue the discussion cordially in the comments for your gaming news, rumour and plausible speculation. Yes, hit the like button. Yes, subscribe, and of course hit the notification bell, so feel free to share the video. Consider supporting Foxy Games UK via Patreon. You'll find a link in the video description. Thank you for the extra support. That concludes our time together on this Friday. It was great hanging out. Until the next time, play games, not corporations.